Certification means user validation. We will talk about that later. So it simplifies the process there also. So let me add the line, if you're going to implement roles in your project. So apart from that, I can say, code efficiency. If you're going to write any custom code, okay for a particular entitlement. In that scenario, you have to use an if condition. So you have to mention the attribute name right like managed attribute. From there you have to mention something. So to avoid that, to simplify there also you can use roles. In that scenario, you have to mention only one role name. You are not supposed to add all 50 entitlements. No need to create list object where you can add all those things. Okay. So it simplifies the process there, also in code efficiency. So like that. These are the advantages of roles. As of now, I'm able to remember. So we have 4 types of roles, like business role, IT role. These 2 we are going to use in real-time scenarios. Organizational role entitlements, no. Role is nothing. It's an object. It's a bundle object. We can combine the role, and we can combine all entitlement, and we can create roles. Now let's take an example. We have some 5 applications. Let me open spreadsheet. It will be easier, I think. It's okay. So we have 5 applications like A, B, C, D, E. These are the application name. Whenever user is going to join, I have to provide these 5 applications. Which means each and every time I have to add. For A application has some 75 entitlements I have to add. So B entitlements have 55, 65. What do you think? Is it possible to provide these many entitlements, selecting one by one manually? So in that scenario, what I'll do, what usually people will do. So we will create one IT role for a particular application, particular job function, particular location. It could be anything based on something they will decide, and they will create. So in that scenario, the 75 entitlements I'm going to combine all together, and I'll create one IT role. Not business role. So you can combine all entitlement, and you can create IT role, not business role. Okay. You can combine all 50 entitlement, and you can create one IT role. You can combine all 65 entitlement, and you can create one IT role. So it simplifies the process. The same. These 5 entitlements you can assign. Okay. So, instead of selecting one by one manually, you can select one IT role, and you can submit the access request. To simplify the process more, you can do one thing. You can combine these IT role, and you can create one IT role. So one business role. So one business role. So this is the process. You can combine these entitlement, and you can create one IT role. You can combine all IT role, and you can create one business role. From Access Request page, just select the user. Just select only one business role, and you can submit. So the business role owner will be approving the request, and the access will be added immediately. So just try to imagine in that scenario, 75 entitlement, 55 entitlement. So then, how many work item will be generated? How many approval has to be done, has to be taken? How many? So it's more of a process. Okay. So in that scenario, role will be used very often. So let's. These are the definition of business role, IT role. One more time I'm explaining. You can combine all entitlement, and you can create IT role. You can combine all IT role, and you can create one business role, which means why we are doing these things, to simplify the process. That's it. So let's get into the real-time one. How we can create, how we can combine, what are the difference? We will learn now. Rakesh. Yeah, Rama. What do you mean by business role and IT role? Okay. So it's nothing, just it's a type of role. Okay. Business role, IT role. It's a type of role. Its name is IT role business role. Why we are going to use? Because we need to simplify the process when it comes to access provisioning, when it comes to certification, when you're going to write some custom code from the back end. Okay, you need to simplify the process. That is the reason we are going to have this type of roles. Okay. So as I said already, you have these mini application. 5 application. Whenever user is going to join, you have to provide in that scenario. Instead of selecting one by one entitlement manually, you can combine these entitlement, and you can create an IT role. If you want to assign 10 IT role to the user to make more simplify the process, you can combine all IT role, and you can create one business role. Okay. Is it clear? It's clear. And then more question. We are to create one role. The IT role means in Bristol stores to upload in admin, correct? Yeah. Admin means? Admin means IT role owner, business role owner. Business role owner, okay. Because we have an owner for business role, we have an owner for IT role, we have an owner for entitlement aspect. We are an IT role owner. If you are going to select access request for IT role, then IT role owner will be responsible. So we will create. I'll explain how to create, how to do those things from theoretical. I'm saying, are you understand? I am understand, okay. Hi Rakesh, I have like one thing. Can you explain simple what type of provisioning and how it can be related to role? Okay, so you need access to some application. Let's say ServiceNow, because you need access to ServiceNow. In that scenario, I'm going to select one IT, one role from access request page from here. Okay, I'll select the user from this page. I'll go to